Whenever God says he's going to give you power, get ready for pain. Pain is what God gives with power to keep you from arrogance. You will never become intoxicated by the power he has allocated because you have to deal with the distraction of the pain that is dispensed with the power. He told me, you're going to reign. And he said, oh, I had a dream. And he comes telling all his brother his great big old powerful dream. And they hated him. And they said, because of your purpose, we have despised you. And they snatched him and they put him in a pit. They threw him in a pit, took his coat of many colors, dipped the coat in blood. They lied on him, told his father he was dead. If you think people won't lie on you, you know the old saying that there's always a little truth in every lie. That's not true. Joseph wasn't even sick. He didn't even have a cold. They said he was dead. Some lies have no foundation at all. And all of a sudden, through something that he had nothing to do with, the middle part of his life, the biggest part of his life, was consumed by a lie. And he finds himself down in a pit, half naked, no food, no water, vulnerable, and at the mercy of life, probably expecting to die in a hole like an animal, waiting to get out. And whenever you go through something that takes you down, there's always somebody there to say, what did you do to bring this on yourself? When injustices occur, we always look for logic. We are such rational people. We try to reason, how did this happen? Why are you leaving me? I was good to you. Why do you treat me like that? I've been good to you. Why are you cheating on me? I've been good to you. Why? We look for logic to life. If you look for logic, you're going to go crazy. Because life acts like it drank a fifth of Gordon's gin. You get a good fifth in you, you might say anything. It doesn't even make any sense. You ever seen an old drunk go to crying? They don't even know what they was laughing a minute ago. My mama died. And you think she just died 30 years ago, mama. Life is just that erratic. It's just crazy. And some of your lives, you've gone through stuff that it just seemed like a madman designed your life. Stuff that wasn't fair, it wasn't right. You knew your intentions were good, your purpose was good. I mean, the injustice of it all. It'd be different if you was reaping what you sowed. But some of this stuff you reap, you know for a fact you didn't sow this. Now, I might have done something, but I know good and well I have never treated anybody like you treat me. Joseph said, well, I might have got an extra cupcake or something, but I never threw none of y'all in the pit, and so I'm not reaping anything. And here I am, I'm scraped, I'm bruised, I'm scarred, I'm hungry, I got to go to the bathroom, I'm locked up in a pit, I can't get out. I never did anything to deserve to be in the place that I'm at, and look at me. And every time it looked like he was going to get a breakthrough, something went wrong. Can I talk to you this morning? I think it's bad to be down, but it's even worse to have the smell of hope And every time you reach for it, it disappears. The Bible said it this way: hope deferred maketh the heart sick. Hope deferred maketh the heart. You get sick of hoping, and sick of trying, and sick of trying to get it together, and sick of trying to motivate yourself and keep yourself moving. Sometimes you just rather not have no hope at all and just shut it all down. And maybe I could get used to being in this. Maybe I could get used to being alone, or being used to being lonely, or used to being without you. Used to just don't call me. Don't call me. Don't. If we through, don't call me. Don't keep calling me. Trying to don't play my weaknesses. If we finish, we finish. You don't need no rent money. You don't need a cup of sugar. You don't need a bottle of buttermilk. Leave me alone. Don't keep playing with my feelings and my emotions and make me think that something is possible when it's not. Leave me alone. Hope deferred maketh the heart sick. You already made me sad, but now you're making me sick. Sometimes your life makes no sense. How could somebody as gifted as me have this kind of problem? Anybody ever thought it's just me? It's just me. Am I the only one? You know, you would think that if I was going to be in prison, I would not have any gift. Or you would think if I was this gifted, I wouldn't be in prison. But here's the conflict of life, that it can be the best and worst moment in your life all at the same time. And it's weird to me because people see the good part and hate you over the good part, never knowing that you're dealing with stuff that's worse than what they're dealing with, and they can't even see. And so Joseph ministers his gift from a prison cell. He translates, interprets the dreams of the butler and the baker, and he does it from a jail cell, and he's helping other people and can't help himself. Isn't it funny how when you start talking about living on purpose, how you go through a season where you can help other people and can't help yourself? I bet you the best advice you ever gave was for somebody else. You know exactly how they can get out. You know exactly what they need to do to get a breakthrough. You know exactly what they need to have a happy home. You know exactly what they need. You talk about it. That's the thing that drives me crazy about gossipers. I am amazed at people who have the nerve to be talking about other people when your life is in a mess and all by itself, and you sit up there pointing at somebody else, and you know what, child, you know what she ought to do, girl, she crazy, and you got a mess way bigger than the one you're talking about. That's how it is. That's how it is, baby. That's really how it is. And there he is in that situation, and everybody's getting out but him. If you're going to live on purpose, you must go through a period in your life where it looks like everybody's getting out but you. Everybody's being promoted but you. Everybody's being recognized but you. Everybody's being loved but you. I went through a period in the church I grew up in. I was in that church for 7 years. They never asked me to preach or teach. I think I taught maybe 2 Bible classes, 2, 3 in 7 years. They were asking me to vacuum and clean out the baptism pool and sweep the floor. The whole church seats about 80 people, and it was seldom full. And I was never asked to do anything of significance. I mean, with my gifted self, with my blessed self, with my called and anointed self, with my set aside and gifted and big thinking self. Nobody recognized that I had something. And God didn't stop it. He didn't fix it. He didn't change it. He let them send across the country to get people in who were saying stuff that was just boxing my ankles, just boxing my ankles. I go home, my whole ankles would be swollen and sore from mountains of absolute nothingness at all. And he let me sit there and dry rot and gave me sermons and nowhere to preach them and teaching techniques and nobody to listen and concepts and ideas. And I thought that a madman had gotten loose in my life because everybody was getting out but me. And nobody seemed to recognize that there was something down inside of me and I was gifted in a prison. If I'm gonna talk to you about living on purpose, I have to warn you about going through seasons where you are gifted and in a prison and you got talent but you're overlooked, and God allowed it to be so because there's strength in suffering. There's power in being overlooked. That's how you know when a wine is good. You don't know that a wine is good. You don't stomp on the grapes and then drink it next week. After it's set a while, the older it is, the richer it gets. And when God wants to make you high quality, he makes you wait. You wait on love. You wait on ministry. You wait on promotion. You wait on opportunity. And if you will be still and know that I'm God, when I do open you up, you're going to have power. Glory to God. Touch somebody and say he saved the best wine for last. He made you wait for it. He made you sit for it. He made you frustrated. He didn't serve you when you thought you ought to have been served. He didn't point you out. He didn't recognize you. He just let you sit there. And you said, Lord, when am I going to have a then? And he said, be still and know